Today is Bob Bergen's birthday. Yes, he was born on March 8th, 1964. Let's get into this.
Yes, today is voice actor Bob Bergen's birthday. He was born on March 8, 1964. Known best as the voice of Porky Pig and Tweety Bird in various Looney Tunes media, he has been an active voice actor since 1985. Key details about Bob Bergen. Birth date: March 8, 1964. Occupation: voice actor known for Looney Tunes, Spirited Away, and The Emperor's New School. Roles: current voice of Porky Pig. Note: information is accurate as of March 8, 2026. Bob Bergen is an American voice actor. His favorite role is Porky Pig from Looney Tunes franchise. Also his favorite role is Squeaker from Disney's The Emperor's New Groove franchise. He appears several all movies, shows and video games. His catchphrase is "That's all folks." Bob Berger, born March 8, 1964, known professionally as Bob Bergen, is an American voice actor. He voices Warner Bros. Cartoon characters Porky Pig and Tweety and has voiced characters in the English dubs of various anime. He formerly hosted the children's game show Jep, adapted from the game show Jeopardy! Early life: in his childhood, Bergen would often spend hours watching and taping cartoons, imitating voices as well as creating characters of his own. He once told his parents that he wanted to voice Porky Pig, to which his mother objected. As a teenager in 1978, he phoned Mel Blanc after researching in phone books, crashed a recording session pretending to be Blanc's assistant, and watched him in action. Upon the realization that he needed training and for his voice to change, he began studying voiceover with coaches in Los Angeles. He took acting lessons with Dawes Butler at his weekly voiceover workshop. In March 1980, Bergen appeared as a contestant on a Teen Week episode of Wheel of Fortune, winning prizes including a watch. After 2 years at a Meisner Acting Conservatory and 3 years of improv study with the Groundlings, he was able to secure an agent at age 18 and pursue his dream while working as a tour guide at Universal Studios to make ends meet. Career: in 1990, Bergen joined a handful of actors voicing the Looney Tunes characters. He is the current voice of Porky Pig and has also voiced Tweety Barnyard Dog, Henry Hawk, Hubie and Bertie, Marvin the Martian, Ralph Wolf, Sylvester Jr., Speedy Gonzales and Wall-E Coyote, alternating the roles with Jeff Bergman, Mel's son Noel Blanc, Joel Askey, Greg Person, Billy West, and Eric Baza. Warner Brothers. Warner Bros. Had been splitting up the various voice acting roles to prevent any one of them from being a singular successor. Bergen had previously voiced Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck for ABC Family Fun Fair, an annual stage show for disabled children, in the 1980s. Bergen provided the voice of Arsène Lupin III for the Streamline Pictures dubs in the late 1980s and early 1990s, The Mystery of Momo, directed by Soji Yoshikawa, The Castle of Cagliostro, directed by Hayao Miyazaki, and Lupin I His Greatest Capers, 2 TV episodes from Series 2 directed by Hayao Miyazaki. He also played the part of No Face in the 2001 Academy Award-winning movie Spirited Away, and Kai and Masaru in the streamlined dubbed version of the anime classic Akira. He is also responsible for the voices of Luke Skywalker in over a dozen Star Wars video games, as well as the Robot Chicken episodes Episode 1, 2 and 3, Wumbly and the World's Oldest Fraggle and Fraggle Rock, the animated series, the animated versions of Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Link Hog Rob and Little Muppet Monsters, and additional characters in the 1987-89 seasons of Muppet Babies. He also voiced Wind Up in Skylanders Swap Force, Skylanders Trap Team and Skylanders Superchargers. In 1998, Bergen hosted Jep, the children's version of Jeopardy! On Game Show Network. He appeared as himself in interview segments of the 2014 documentary I Know That Voice, and in a 2017 episode of the ABC game show To Tell the Truth. Robert Snowgrove. Bob Bergen is an American voice actor. He is best known for voicing the Looney Tunes character Porky Pig in Tiny Toon Adventures, Space Jam, Looney Tunes Back in Action, and Duck Dodgers, as well as his work in various anime. For Disney, he is the voice of Cheese and extra characters in the Tinker Bell films, Young Father in Ponyo, No Face and Frog in Spirited Away, Hex in Disney Universe, Chang's Horse in Mulan, Achilles in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Bucky the Squirrel in the Emperor's New Groove franchise, Blanky Schmidt in Monsters Incorporated, Officer in Lilo and Stitch, and additional voices in Home on the Range, Chicken Little Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, and the Mickey Mouse short Get a Horse. He also voiced Bucky Barnes in Avengers Assemble, Comet in the Santa Claus 2, Lama Sue in Star Wars The Clone Wars, Star Wars The Bad Batch, and Bebo in Star Wars Resistance. Additionally, he hosted Jep, a short-lived kids version of the hit TV game show Jeopardy! Bob Bergen is an American voice actor. He performed the voice of Conduman in Small Fry. He also did additional roles in A Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Monsters Incorporated, Finding Nemo, Cars, Wall-E Up, Monsters University, Inside Out Uncredited, and Onward. He was also one of the additional voices in the Cars Toons shorts Air Mater and Time Travel Mater. Prior to Pixar, he is well known as a current voice actor who voiced Porky Pig from the Looney Tunes series. He also did additional voices in Hercules, Tarzan, Lilo and Stitch, Ice Age, The Meltdown, Surf's Up, Horton Hears a Who, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Tangled, The Lorax, Wreck-It Ralph, Minions, The Secret Life of Pets, Sing Smurfs, The Lost Village, Despicable Me 3, and The Emoji Movie. Yes, Bob Bergen is the current and primary voice of Porky Pig for Warner Brothers, a role he has performed for over 35 years. He took over the role after the legendary Mel Blanc and has voiced the character in various projects, including Space Jam, Looney Tunes Back in Action, and Duck Dodgers. Key details about Bergen's work. Tenure. He has been the official voice of Porky Pig since 1990. Other roles. In addition to Porky, he has voiced characters such as Tweety Bird, Marvin the Martian, and Luke Skywalker in various Star Wars games. Recognition. He is a 5-time Emmy-nominated voice actor. Robert Berger, known professionally as Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964 in St. Louis, Missouri, USA, is an American actor and voice actor. He is the current voice of the Warner Bros. Cartoon characters Porky Pig and Tweety Bird, and formerly hosted Jep, a kids' version of the popular game show Jeopardy! Bergen was born in St. Louis, Missouri. Bergen is best known for his work with the Warner Brothers. Looney Tunes franchise as the current voice of Porky Pig and Tweety Bird. However, he has also voiced Marvin the Martian and Speedy Gonzales at various points. Bergen is responsible for the voice of Lupin III for the Streamline Pictures dubs in the early 1990s Mystery of Momo, The Castle of Cagliostro, and Lupin III's Greatest Capers. He also played the part of No Face in the 2001 Academy Award-winning movie Spirited Away and Kai and Masaru in the streamlined dubbed version of the anime classic Akira. He is also responsible for the voice of Luke Skywalker in over a dozen Star Wars video games, as well as the Robot Chicken Episode 1, Episode 2, and Episode 3 specials. The voice of Wumbly and the world's oldest Fraggle for the animated Fraggle Rock was selected to play the animated versions of Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Link Hog-Rob in the ill-fated Little Muppet Monsters, and also voiced characters of the day in the 1987–1989 seasons of Muppet Babies. Robert Snowgrove. Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964, is an American voice actor. He is the current voice of the Warner Bros. Cartoon character Porky Pig, and formerly hosted Jep, a kids' version of the popular game show Jeopardy! He is also known for voicing characters in the English dubs of various anime. Life and career. Bergen is best known for his work with the Warner Brothers. Looney Tunes franchise as the current voice of Porky Pig. However, he has also voiced Marvin the Martian, Tweety Bird, and Speedy Gonzales. Bob Bergen is an American voice actor who is mostly known for being the modern voice of Porky Pig from Looney Tunes. He is also known for voicing Bucky the Squirrel from The Emperor's New Groove, the Frog in the English dub in Spirited Away, and Luke Skywalker in several Star Wars video games. Robert Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964 in St. Louis, Missouri, USA, is an American voice actor. He's known for voicing Porky Pig in Tiny Toon Adventures, Space Jam, Looney Tunes Back in Action, and Duck Dodgers. Robert Bergen, born March 8, 1964, is an American voice actor. He voices Robert Bergen, born March 8, 1964, is an American voice actor. He voices Warner Bros. Cartoon characters Porky Pig and Tweety. Robert S. Berger, born March 8, 1964, better known as Bob Bergen, is an American voice actor and TV personality, best known as the current voice of Porky Pig. Bob's other credits include the announcer for the Medvi Toons television network and roles in various English dubs of Japanese anime, such as Crimson Wolf and Spirited Away. Robert Bob Bergen, the March 8, 1960. Robert Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964, is an American voice actor, best known as the current voice of Porky Pig. Yes, voice actor Bob Bergen, born March. Yes, voice actor Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964, was born in St. Louis, Missouri. He is best known as the voice of Porky Pig in Looney Tunes. Yes, voice actor Bob Bergen was born in St. Louis, Missouri, USA on March 8, 1964. He is best known as the voice of characters like Porky Pig, Luke Skywalker, and various roles in anime and Disney productions. Yes, Bob Bergen is an American voice actor who was born in St. Louis, Missouri, USA. Born on March 8, 1964, he is best known for being the modern voice of Porky Pig in the Looney Tunes franchise. He is a well-known American voice artist who has also provided voices for characters such as Tweety Bird, Marvin the Martian, Speedy Gonzales, and Luke Skywalker in various video games. Yes, Bob Bergen is an American voice actor who was born in St. Louis, Missouri. Born on March 8, 1964, he is best known as the modern voice of Porky Pig for the Looney Tunes franchise, a role he has held for over 30 years. Key details: birthplace: St. Louis, Missouri, U.S. Nationality: American. Occupation: voice actor, notably Porky Pig, Tweety Bird, and Luke Skywalker in various video games. Career highlights: he has voiced characters for Disney, Pixar, and Warner Brothers, including roles in Spirited Away, The Emperor's New Groove, and Minions. Yes, Bob Bergen is an American voice actor, born in St. Louis, Missouri. He is well known for voicing the Warner Bros. Character Porky Pig, but has also performed numerous other roles in animated films and television, and has lent his voice to various anime. Key details about Bob Bergen: nationality: American. Birthplace: St. Louis, Missouri, USA. Known for the current voice of Porky Pig in the Looney Tunes franchise. Other notable roles: Bucky the Squirrel in The Emperor's New Groove. No Face in the English dub of Spirited Away. Lupin III in the English dub of Lupin III: The Castle of Cagliostro. Voicing characters in several Star Wars video games. Voicing characters in The Emperor's New School and the Santa Claus movies. Hosting the children's game show Jeff. Yes, Bob Bergen is an American voice actor born on March 8, 1964 in St. Louis, Missouri, USA. He is best known as the voice of Porky Pig for Warner Bros. And has voiced characters in various anime and films. He grew up in St. Louis before moving to Cincinnati, and then Los Angeles. Key details about Bob Bergen. Born March 8, 1964 in St. Louis, Missouri, U.S. Nationality: American. Known for voice of Porky Pig, Tweety Bird, and various anime roles. Career: began voice acting as a child and later became a prominent voice in the industry. Yes, voice actor Bob Bergen was born in St. Louis, Missouri on March 8, 1964, and he is indeed American, known as the modern voice of Porky Pig in various Looney Tunes media. Key details about Bob Bergen. Yes, voice actor Bob Bergen was born in St. Louis, Missouri on March 8, 1964, and he is indeed American, known as the modern voice of Porky Pig in various Looney Tunes media. Key details about Bob Bergen. Birth date: March 8, 1964. Birthplace: St. Louis, Missouri. Nationality: American. Occupation: voice actor known for Looney Tunes, Star Wars games and anime dubs. Yes, that is correct. Bob Bergen, born Robert Berger on March 8, 1964, is an American voice actor born in St. Louis, Missouri. He is best known as the modern. Yes, that is correct. Bob Bergen, born Robert Berger on March 8, 1964, is an American voice actor born in St. Louis, Missouri. He is best known as the modern voice of Porky Pig for Warner Bros. And has voiced numerous other characters in animation and anime. Key details about Bob Bergen. Birth date: March 8, 1964. Birthplace: St. Louis, Missouri. Nationality: American. Profession: voice actor, notably Porky Pig, Tweety, and Bucky the Squirrel. Career highlights: hosted Jeff, a Kids Jeopardy, and provided voices for various Disney and Pixar films. Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964, is an American voice actor. Best known as the main modern voice of Porky Pig from Looney Tunes, he has also occasionally portrayed Tweety Bird, Speedy Gonzales, and Marvin the Martian, among others. Bergen was also the voice of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars video games from Shadows of the Empire to Battlefront 2 and Robot Chicken, as well as the title character of Lupin III in the series' streamlined dub. His other credentials include Fraggle Rock the animated series, the short-lived Little Muppet Monsters, Akira and Nadia the Secret of Blue Water, the Santa Claus movies, the 1994 Spider-Man series, the Emperor's New Groove franchise, Spirited Away, and Skylanders. He was also the host of Jeff, the kids' version of Jeopardy, as well as an announcer for Disney Channel, Fox Kids, FX, and MedVTunes. Robert Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964, is an American voice actor. He is the current voice of Porky Pig, having performed the character in Tiny Toon Adventures, Space Jam, Looney Tunes Back in Action, and the Duck Dodgers TV show, and formerly hosted Jep, a kid's version of the popular game show Jeopardy! Bergen was born in St. Louis, Missouri. He is also responsible for the voice of Lupin III for the Streamline Pictures dubs in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Bob Bergen has played Lupin III in Mystery of Momo, directed by Soji Yoshikawa, The Castle of Cagliostro, directed by Hayao Miyazaki, and Lupin III's Greatest Capers 2 TV episodes from Series 2 directed by Hayao Miyazaki. He also played the part of No Face in the 2001 Academy Award-winning movie Spirited Away and Kai and Masaru in the anime classic Akira. He is also one of the announcers on Disney Channel and voices Bucky the Squirrel in The Emperor's New School. He is also responsible for the voice of Luke Skywalker in over a dozen Star Wars video games, as well as Robot Chick in Star Wars Episode 1 and Star Wars Episode 2 specials. He also provided the voice of Wembley and the world's oldest Fraggle from Fraggle Rock Animated. Bergen was selected to play the animated versions of Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Link Hoggrub in the ill-fated Little Muppet Monsters, and also voiced characters of the day in the 1987-1009. Bergen was selected to play the animated versions of Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Link Hoggrub in the ill-fated Little Muppet Monsters, and also voiced characters of the day in the 1987-1989 seasons of Jim Henson's Muppet Babies. He is the voice of Comet for the Santa Claus trilogy. Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964, St. Louis, is an American voice actor. He is best known as the current voice of Porky Pig. Among his other voice roles, Bergen portrayed Eric Stauffer in Scooby-Doo and The Cyber Chase. Bergen has also worked in live-action television, notably as the Quizmaster of Jep, the short-lived children's version of Jeopardy!, which aired on GSN in the late 1990s. Robert Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964, is an American actor. Career: Bergen in his childhood watched the Daffy and Speedy cartoons in theaters and didn't like them, saying it didn't make sense. He then watched the Bugs Bunny Road Runner show. Road Runner show in his later childhood. As a teenager in 1980, Bergen appeared as a contestant on a Teen Week episode of Wheel of Fortune, winning prizes including a watch. Bergen had taken acting lessons with Dawes Butler at his weekly voiceover workshop. Bergen is the current voice of the animated character Porky Pig, and has also voiced Tweety Marvin the Martian, Sylvester Jr., and Speedy Gonzales. Bergen is responsible for the voice of Arsène Lupin III for the Streamline Pictures dubs in the late 1980s and early 1990s, The Mystery of Momo, directed by Soji Yoshikawa, The Castle of Cagliostro, directed by Hayao Miyazaki, and Lupin II's Greatest Capers 2 TV episodes from Series 2 directed by Hayao Miyazaki. He also played the part of No Face in the 2001 Academy Award-winning movie Spirited Away, one of the firefighters in The Incredibles, and Kai and Masaru in the streamlined dubbed version of the anime classic Akira. He is also responsible for the voice of Luke Skywalker in over a dozen Star Wars video games, as well as the Robot Chicken episodes Episode 1, 2, and 3. The voice of Wembley and the world's oldest Fraggle for the animated Fraggle Rock was selected to play the animated versions of Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Link Hoggrub in the ill-fated Little Muppet Monsters, and also voiced characters of the day in the 1987-89 seasons of Muppet Babies. He appeared as himself in interview segments of the documentary I Know That Voice. He also voiced Windup in Skylanders Swap Force, Skylanders Trap Team, and Skylanders Superchargers. In 1998, Bergen hosted Jep, the children's version of Jeopardy!, on Game Show Network. Bergen has appeared on the ABC game show To Tell the Truth. Bergen is also a teacher of a voice acting class, which one of his students is J.P. Carla. Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964 in St. Louis, Missouri, is an American voice actor best known for voicing the Looney Tunes character Porky Pig in Tiny Toon Adventures, Face Jam, Looney Tunes Back in Action, and Duck Dodgers, as well as his work in various anime. He is the voice of Cheese and extra characters in the Tinker Bell films, extra characters in Ponyo, Spirited Away, Hex in Disney Universe, Bucky the Squirrel in the Emperor's New Groove franchise, Lanky Schmidt in Monsters Incorporated, and additional voices in Lilo and Stitch Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, and the Mickey Mouse short Get a Horse. He voiced Bucky Barnes in Avengers Assemble. He also voiced Comet in the Santa Claus 2. Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964, is an American voice actor. He is famous for being the voice of many well-known cartoon characters. These include Porky Pig and Tweety from Warner Brothers. He has also voiced characters in English versions of Japanese anime shows. Bob Bergen used to host a children's game show called Jep, which was a kid's version of Jeopardy! How Bob started. When Bob Bergen was a kid, he loved watching cartoons. He would spend hours recording them and trying to copy the voices. He even made up his own characters. One day, he told his parents he wanted to be the voice of Porky Pig. His mom was not so sure about that idea. Learning to be a voice actor. In 1978, when Bob was a teenager, he found the phone number for Mel Blanc. Mel Blanc was a very famous voice actor. Bob called him, and even pretended to be Mel's assistant to watch him record. This experience showed Bob that he needed to learn more. He started taking voiceover classes in Los Angeles. He also took acting lessons with Daws Butler. In 1980, Bob was even a contestant on Wheel of Fortune during a teen week. He won some cool prizes, like a watch. After years of studying acting and improv, he got an agent at age 18. He worked as a tour guide at Universal Studios while chasing his dream. Bob Bergen's amazing career. Voicing Looney Tunes characters. In 1990, Bob Bergen joined a small group of actors who voiced the Looney Tunes characters. He is now the main voice for Porky Pig. He has also voiced other famous characters like Tweety, Barnyard Dog, Henry Hawk, Marvin the Martian, and Speedy Gonzales. Warner Bros. Often uses different actors for these roles. This helps make sure no single person is the only voice for a character. Before this, Bob voiced Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck for a special stage show for kids. Other famous voices. Bob Bergen has voiced many characters in different shows and movies. He was the voice of Arsène Lupin III in some early English versions of Japanese anime. He also voiced No Face in the Oscar-winning movie Spirited Away. You might also know his voice as Luke Skywalker in many Star Wars video games. He was also Wumbley Fraggle in Fraggle Rock the animated series. Hosting and appearances. In 1998, Bob Bergen hosted Jep, the kids' version of Jeopardy! He has also appeared as himself in TV shows and documentaries. For example, he was in the 2014 documentary I Know That Voice. He also appeared on the game show To Tell the Truth in 2017. Bob Bergen, born March 8, 1964, is an American voice actor renowned for his long-standing portrayal of Porky Pig in the Looney Tunes franchise, a role he has voiced since 1990 across animations, films, and video games. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, Bergen relocated to Los Angeles from Cincinnati at age 14, where he began pursuing voice acting seriously as a teenager, securing his first professional role at 18 in the animated series Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. His early aspiration to become Porky Pig, declared at age 5, became reality after studying under legendary voice artists like Mel Blanc's successors and auditioning extensively for Warner Brothers. Bergen's career spans over 4 decades. Encompassing iconic Looney Tunes characters such as Tweety Bird, Marvin the Martian, and Barnyard Dog, as well as roles in major productions like the English dub of Spirited Away, as the Frog, The Emperor's New Groove as Bucky the Squirrel, and video games including voicing Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars Rogue Squadron series. He has also contributed to Disney films such as Tangled, additional voices, and appeared in shows like The Looney Tunes Show and Duck Dodgers. As of 2025, he continues to perform live with Looney Tunes characters, such as in Bugs Bunny at the Symphony, and serves as the voice for Me TV Tunes. A 4-time Emmy nominee, including 2 Primetime Emmy nominations for Outstanding Voiceover Performance in 2011 and 2013 for the Looney Tunes show as Porky Pig, and 2 Children's and Family Emmy nominations in 2023 and 2024 for Looney Tunes cartoons as Porky Pig. Bergen has earned further recognition, including an Annie Award nomination for Duck Dodgers. Beyond acting, he has served as a governor for the Television Academy's Performers Peer Group and hosted events like the Hollywood Christmas Parade. Early life, childhood and family. Bob Bergen was born on March 8, 1964 in St. Louis, Missouri, although some biographical sources list Cincinnati, Ohio as his birthplace due to his family's residence there during much of his early childhood. Raised in a Jewish family, Bergen experienced his parents' initial concerns regarding his budding interests, as he often prioritized creative pursuits over academic performance. His mother in particular envisioned a different path for him than a career in entertainment, remarking on one occasion, "Honey, you can't be Porky Pig, you're Jewish." From a young age, Bergen displayed a profound fascination with Looney Tunes cartoons, declaring at age 5 his ambition to voice Porky Pig, a goal that stemmed from endless hours spent watching, recording, and imitating the characters on television. The family relocated to Cincinnati, Ohio, when Bergen was about 8 years old following his father's job change, before moving again to Los Angeles at age 14 for another paternal job opportunity. Aspiration and training. At the age of 14, Bob Bergen relocated from Cincinnati, Ohio to Los Angeles, California, when his father accepted a job in the city, providing him with direct exposure to the entertainment industry. This move aligned perfectly with his long-standing aspiration to become a voice actor, as he immediately began networking by attending events like ASIFA screenings and cold calling industry figures using phone books. He took advantage of the proximity to animation studios such as Warner Brothers, where he observed recording sessions and sought advice from established professionals to immerse himself in the craft. As a teenager, Bergen honed his skills through self-taught voice imitations, spending countless hours replaying Looney Tunes cartoons and mimicking characters like Porky Pig, whom he had idolized since childhood. He practiced by repeating lines verbatim, experimenting with inflections and rhythms to capture the essence of the voices, often performing for family members or creating original characters on his own. This solitary repetition built his foundational repertoire, with a particular focus on refining Porky Pig's distinctive stutter, such as the A-pumpet A pattern derived from close study of the originals. Bergen's formal training began shortly after the move, as he enrolled in weekly voiceover workshops led by mentors including Daws Butler, the voice of Yogi Bear and Huckleberry Hound, who taught him character development and vocal control techniques. Butler, whom Bergen met at an ASIFA event, invited him to his classes after recognizing his potential, emphasizing methods like breath control and emotional layering for cartoon voices. He also received indirect guidance from Mel Blanc, his idol and the original Porky Pig, through a pivotal phone call at age 14 where Blanc offered advice on cartoon voice techniques, and by watching Blanc record sessions, learning nuances like the precise timing of Porky's stutter to convey frustration or excitement. Additionally, Bergen studied with instructors such as Luis Chamis, Michael Bell, and Brian Cummings, focusing on improvisation and character consistency. Despite facing parental skepticism, his mother once remarked, "You can't be Porky Pig. You're Jewish," and his parents prioritized school over his pursuits. Bergen persisted with early amateur performances, including demo recordings and workshop exercises where he showcased dozens of imitations. He skipped school occasionally to attend sessions or events, demonstrating unwavering dedication that eventually validated his efforts, as he built a network of supporters in the industry. Professional career. Industry entry and early roles. Bob Bergen signed with voiceover agent Don Pitts in 1982 at the age of 18, marking his formal entry into the professional industry after preparing a demo tape of 85 character voices recommended by Casey Kasem. This breakthrough came shortly after relocating to Los Angeles and honing foundational skills through workshops with instructors including Daws Butler. His first major animation credit was voicing the minor character Barto in the Marvel Productions series Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends during its 1981 to 1. His first major animation credit was voicing the minor character Barto in the Marvel Productions series Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends during its 1981-1983 run. Throughout the early 1980s, Bergen steadily built his portfolio with roles in commercials, promotional announcements, and smaller animation projects, often juggling these gigs with a day job as a Universal Studios tour guide to make ends meet. Entering the voice acting field in the 1980s presented significant hurdles for newcomers like Bergen, as the industry was tightly controlled by a small cadre of established performers who had long-standing relationships with studios and unions, limiting opportunities for fresh talent amid limited production slots for animation and advertising. Despite these obstacles, Bergen's persistence in auditioning and studying allowed him to secure initial paid work, laying the groundwork for future advancements. Looney Tunes contributions. Bob Bergen was cast as the voice of Porky Pig in 1990, marking the fulfillment of a childhood dream that began when he was 5 years old and first expressed his aspiration to voice the character. This role debuted in Tiny Toon Adventures, where Bergen provided Porky's voice for the first time after years of training to emulate the original performer Mel Blanc. By 2024, Bergen had voiced Porky for 34 years, contributing to the character's enduring presence in animation. His portrayal drew from early voiceover workshops that emphasized studying classic Looney Tunes recordings to capture Porky's signature stutter and earnest personality. Throughout his tenure, Bergen expanded his Looney Tunes portfolio to include voices for multiple characters such as Tweety Bird, Marvin the Martian, Henry Hawk, Sylvester Jr., and Speedy Gonzales, across various productions. In the Looney Tunes show 2011 to 2014, he voiced Porky Pig as a central character in the series' modernized take on the franchise, blending humor with contemporary storytelling. Bergen's versatility allowed him to portray these roles in feature films, television specials, video games, and merchandise, maintaining the whimsical essence of the original cartoons. Bergen has played a key role in recent Looney Tunes revivals, voicing Porky Pig in Looney Tunes Cartoons 2019 to 2024, which features short-form episodes on HBO Max emphasizing classic slapstick comedy. In Bugs Bunny Builders 2022 to present, he lends Porky's voice to the construction-themed adventures of the Looney Gang, aimed at younger audiences while preserving the franchise's chaotic energy. Additionally, Bergen reprises Porky in Tiny Toons Looniversity 2023 to 2025, serving as faculty alongside other legacy characters in this educational spin-off. Bergen's consistent performances have significantly bolstered the Looney Tunes franchise's longevity, with 2025 marking his 35th year as Porky Pig and helping sustain the series through multiple generations of viewers and media formats. His work has earned recognition, including an Annie Award nomination for his performance as eager young space cadet in the Emmy-nominated series Duck Dodgers, underscoring his impact on keeping iconic characters relevant. Diverse voice acting projects. Bergen's foray into anime dubbing showcased his range in international projects, beginning with supporting roles in the 1988 English dub of Akira, where he provided voices for characters including Kai Masaru and additional gang members. This early work highlighted his ability to handle ensemble dynamics and high-energy action sequences. He later contributed to Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away 2001, voicing the enigmatic No-Face and the river spirit frog, Ogeru, roles that demanded subtle emotional layering in a fantastical narrative. His anime portfolio expanded with the lead role of Arsène Lupin III in the Streamline Pictures dubs of films like The Castle of Cagliostro 1979, dubbed 1992, and episodes of Lupin III Part 2, capturing the character's roguish charm and whimsy. In feature films, Bergen delivered cameo and additional voices that added depth to ensemble casts, such as in Space Jam 1996, where his contributions supported the blend of live action and animation. He extended this versatility to the Despicable Me franchise, providing additional voices including for Minions in films like Despicable Me 3 2017, and Minions: The Rise of Gru 2022, enhancing the chaotic, high-pitched energy of the scenes. These roles built on his Looney Tunes foundation, allowing him to adapt his comedic timing to broader cinematic contexts. Bergen's video game and parody Bergen's video game and parody credits further demonstrated his adaptability, notably voicing Luke Skywalker in the Robot Chicken Star Wars specials 2007 to 2010, where he infused the character with satirical flair across sketch parodies. More recently, he reprised the role of Lama Su, the Kaminoan Prime Minister in Star Wars The Bad Batch 2021 to 2024, appearing in key episodes that explored Clone Wars aftermath narratives. In the Netflix series Ridley Jones 2021 to 2023, Bergen voices the curmudgeonly museum curator Mr. Peabody, a recurring character who drives comedic conflicts around historical artifacts. These projects underscore his ongoing demand across genres up to 2025. Hosting and live performances. In addition to his voice acting career, Bob Bergen expanded into on-camera hosting and live performance roles during the late 1990s and 2000s. From 1998 to 2000, he served as the host and announcer for Jeff, a children's adaptation of the quiz show Jeopardy that aired on the game show network GSON. In this role, Bergen emceed episodes featuring young contestants competing in trivia challenges, drawing on his energetic delivery to engage a family audience. The program, produced by Scott Sternberg, emphasized educational content and ran for 2 seasons before concluding. Bergen also took on prominent live announcing duties, including serving as the grandstand host for the Hollywood Christmas Parade for a decade in the early 2000s. In this capacity, he entertained crowds along Sunset Boulevard, conducting on-stage interviews with celebrities such as James Stewart and Halle Berry while providing play-by-play commentary for the annual event broadcast on television. His work extended to other live award show announcing in the 1990s and 2000s, including as the announcer for Disney's American Teacher Awards in 1999.
Sorry for that, but I know it's gonna be of it.
His work extended to other live award show announcing in the 1990s and 2000s, including as the announcer for Disney's American Teacher Awards in 1999. Additionally, Bergen provided radio imaging voiceovers, branding stations across the United States with promotional announcements during this period. A significant portion of Bergen's live performance work involves his one-man show, Bob Bergen. A significant portion of Bergen's live performance work involves his one-man show, Bob Bergen. So, Here's the Deal, which he developed and began touring in 2007. The production, written and performed by Bergen, combines voice impressions of iconic characters like Porky Pig with personal anecdotes from his career, tracing his journey from aspiring performer to established voice actor. Early iterations played in theaters and even on a cruise ship, with the show making its New York City debut in April 2009 at a venue in Manhattan. Since then it has toured cities including Atlanta, Chicago, and Los Angeles, often at performing arts centers and conventions where Bergen applies his vocal talents to live impressions while sharing behind-the-scenes stories. The show has been praised for its humorous, inspirational narrative, appealing to audiences interested in the voiceover industry. Teaching and mentorship. Voiceover workshops. Bob Bergen initiated his animation voiceover workshops in 1987, establishing a long-standing educational program that reached its 38th year in 2025. These sessions, held weekly in Los Angeles and as weekend intensives throughout the United States and Canada, draw on his extensive professional experience to train aspiring voice actors in the nuances of the field. Bergen's approach integrates practical exercises with foundational principles, fostering skills essential for success in animation voicing. The curriculum centers on character development, where participants learn to create and sustain original characters through targeted techniques, often incorporating Looney Tunes-style impressions to capture exaggerated, expressive vocal traits. Audition strategies form a core component, including script analysis, performance under direction, and business acumen such as marketing and demo production, with sessions typically allocating time for theoretical instruction followed by recorded practice and feedback. This structure emphasizes adaptability and commitment, encouraging students to refine their unique acting methods rather than adhering to rigid formulas. Bergen has extended his teaching to prestigious institutions, including seminars at the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, where he has served as an active member since 1994 and as a governor since 2011. His mentorship has profoundly impacted emerging talent, with former students highlighting the workshop's role in building professional confidence and securing industry roles. For instance, participants have reported significant growth in handling complex animation auditions and transitioning from hobbyists to working voice actors. Through these programs, Bergen continues to shape the next generation of voice performers by imparting insights drawn from his decades-long career in animation, one-man show, and public speaking. Bob Bergen developed his one-man show in the late 1990s, initially titled Bob Bergen. Not just another pretty voice performing portions as an opening act for Kenny Rogers' 1000. Not just another pretty voice performing portions as an opening act for Kenny Rogers' 1999 summer tour in California and Oregon, and full versions at venues such as the Ice House in Pasadena and the Whitefire Theater in Sherman Oaks. In 2007, he revived the production for a run at the Whitmore Lindley Theater Center in North Hollywood, California. The production evolved into the touring version Bob Bergen So Here's the Deal, which debuted nationally around 2008 and has since been performed across the United States, including runs in Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, and New York City. This show combines personal anecdotes from Bergen's life with live voice demonstrations, recounting his childhood aspiration to voice Porky Pig and his path in the entertainment industry. Central to the performance are Bergen's live impressions of iconic Looney Tunes characters he has voiced, such as Porky Pig, Tweety Bird, Marvin the Martian, and Sylvester Jr., alongside tributes to his mentor Mel Blanc through emulations of Blanc's legendary characterizations. These segments highlight Bergen's vocal range and technical skill, drawing from his decades of professional experience to illustrate the craft of voice acting. The show has toured nationally with bookings in theaters and as an opening act for events like Kenny Rogers' 1990. The show has toured nationally with bookings in theaters and as an opening act for events like Kenny Rogers' 1999 summer tour in California and Oregon, evolving into a staple of his performance repertoire. Beyond the stage, Bergen has expanded into public speaking at fan conventions and industry events, where he shares insights from his career. He frequently appears at gatherings like Comic-Con, The Cruise, and Amazing Art Expo, engaging audiences with talks on voice work and Looney Tunes history. In 2025, Bergen participated in panels at Televerse, including Behind the Mic, voice acting, and discussions on performers' rights in AA, held August 14th to 16th in Los Angeles. These appearances have further developed the show's motivational elements, emphasizing perseverance in pursuing dreams within the competitive entertainment field. His public speaking serves as a complementary outlet to his teaching workshops, inspiring aspiring artists with real-world stories of success and resilience. Personal life, family, and religion. Bergen was raised in a Jewish household, where his faith played a notable role in shaping his early identity, as evidenced by his mother's remark that he could not aspire to voice Porky Pig because you're Jewish. This cultural backdrop has persisted into his adult life, with Bergen embracing his Jewish heritage, including the lighthearted media moniker the Kosher Porky Pig during Emmy coverage. While specific family traditions are not publicly detailed, his background underscores a connection to Jewish values that informs his personal outlook. In his adult personal life, Bergen is married to his husband Scott. He has no children, as of 2025. He maintains close ties to his family of origin, including fond references to his parents' long-standing marriage, which exceeded 52 years as of the early 2010s, reflecting enduring familial support post-relocation to Los Angeles. Philanthropy. Bob Bergen has been actively involved in mentoring youth through Big Brothers Big Sisters since 1987, serving as a volunteer big brother to 2 boys over the years. In recognition of his dedication, he was honored with the Jewish Big Brother of the Year award in 2007. His commitment to this cause is influenced by his Jewish faith, which emphasizes community service and support for young people. Bergen has participated in initiatives combating pediatric cancer, leveraging his platform to raise awareness and funds. In 2025, he joined the cast of Combat Radio's Christmas Carol for a Cure, a live performance event benefiting children affected by autoimmune diseases and pediatric cancer through partnerships with organizations like the Gold Rush for a Cure Cancer Foundation. Earlier that year, he contributed to fundraising efforts for childhood leukemia alongside fellow voice actors in support of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. As a long-standing member of the Television Academy since 1994, Bergen has supported entertainment industry charities by serving on key committees, including the Performers Peer Group Executive Committee and as a performer governor. His involvement extends to promoting foundation initiatives such as auctions where he donates personalized voice recordings to aid educational and professional development programs for television professionals. Throughout his career, Bergen has frequently used his voice acting talents for charity events and fundraisers, including custom recordings of iconic characters like Porky Pig to benefit various causes. For instance, in charity auctions, he has provided voicemail greetings and personalized messages with proceeds directed to public charities supporting community and health initiatives. Filmography. Television animation. Bergen's early foray into television animation came with a guest role as Barto in the Marvel Productions series Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends 1981-1983, marking one of his first professional voice acting credits in the medium. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, he contributed additional voices and occasional character roles to various Warner Bros. Animated series, including Tiny Toon Adventures 1990-1995 as Porky Pig in select episodes. A significant non-Looney Tunes role arrived in Duck Dodgers 2003-2005, where Bergen voiced Porky Pig as the eager young space cadet alongside multiple additional characters. The series earned Emmy nominations for Outstanding Sound Editing. Bergen solidified his association with Looney Tunes on television through lead roles in later iterations, beginning with the Looney Tunes show 2011-2014, where he provided the voice of Porky Pig across all 52 episodes. He continued voicing Porky Pig in Looney Tunes cartoons 2020-2023, appearing in numerous shorts that revived the classic format for HBO Max and Cartoon Network. Guest appearances in other series expanded his portfolio, such as voicing Porky Pig and Sea Creature Number 1 in Teen Titans Go episodes through 2023. Bergen also voiced Lama Su in Star Wars The Bad Batch 2021-2024, Mr. Peabody in Ridley Jones 2021, and PD4, Pirate Number 2 in Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures 2024. More recently, Bergen reprised Porky Pig as a recurring faculty character in Tiny Toons Looniversity 2023-2025, mentoring younger Toons in the Max revival of the 1990s series. Anime dubbing. Bob Bergen's contributions to English-language dubs of Japanese anime are relatively limited compared to his extensive work in Western animation, but they highlight his versatility in portraying a range of characters during the 1990s and 2000s, often in high-profile Studio Ghibli and classic titles. One of his most notable anime roles came in the 2001 Disney English dub of Hayao Miyazaki's Spirited Away, where he provided the voices for the enigmatic No-Face, Kaonashi, a silent yet expressive spirit, as well as Ogeru, the greedy frog spirit who aids Chihiro early in the film. These performances showcased Bergen's ability to convey subtle menace and comedic timing without relying on dialogue, contributing to the dub's critical acclaim. In the 1988 Streamline Pictures English dub of Akira, Bergen took on several minor supporting roles, including the gang members Masaru and Kai, adding to the chaotic energy of the film's dystopian street scenes, as well as additional characters like a councilman and scientists. His work here exemplified the fast-paced, ensemble dubbing style common in early anime localizations. Bergen also lent his voice to the iconic thief Arsène Lupin III in select Bergen also lent his voice to the iconic thief Arsène Lupin III in select Streamline Pictures dubs of the Lupin III franchise during the late 1980s and early 1990s, most prominently in Hayao Miyazaki's 1979 film The Castle of Cagliostro, where he captured the character's suave charisma and quick wit across key episodes and adaptations like Mystery of Momo. This role underscored his adaptability to action-oriented anime leads, though his involvement was confined to specific releases rather than the full series. Beyond these stand-up projects, Bergen's anime credits include supporting parts such as Hiro Takagi in the 1987 sci-fi film Lily Cat and Dr. Ayrton in the 1990 series Nadia the Secret of Blue Water, further demonstrating his range in genre-spanning dubs from the era. Overall, these roles reflect a selective but impactful presence in anime dubbing, emphasizing quality over quantity and bridging Eastern and Western animation audiences. Feature films. Bob Bergen has lent his voice to several prominent feature films, spanning theatrical releases and direct-to-video animations, where he has portrayed iconic Looney Tunes characters and contributed to ensemble casts in major animated franchises. In the 1996 hybrid film Space Jam, Bergen voiced Porky Pig alongside roles as Tweety Marvin the Martian, Barnyard Dog, and Hubie and Bertie, marking a significant crossover of classic Looney Tunes into live-action cinema.
I'm gonna stop here.
He reprised Porky Pig in the 2021 sequel Space Jam: A New Legacy, also voicing Tweety Bird in the ensemble of returning Looney Tunes characters. Bergen provided voices for Minions and additional characters in the Illumination animated film Despicable Me 3 2017. He contributed additional voices to the musical animation Sing 2016, the Disney adventure Wreck-It Ralph 2012, and the comedy The Secret Life of Pets 2016, enhancing the ensemble dynamics in these high-grossing features. In the direct-to-video Tinker Bell series 2008 to 2015, Bergen voiced various fairies and creatures including fireflies in Tinker Bell 2008, bugs and creatures in Tinker Bell and the Lost Treasure 2009, and additional voices in Tinker Bell and the Great Fairy Rescue 2010, and later installments. More recently, Bergen appeared in Trolls 2016 and Trolls World Tour 2020 as part of the ADR group, providing supplementary vocal support. In the 2025 Netflix animated film In Your Dreams, he voices the Blue Clown Pacifier. Video games. Bob Bergen has provided voice work for numerous video games, particularly in the Looney Tunes and Star Wars franchises, where he reprised iconic characters with performances that emphasize humor, heroism, and distinctive vocal traits. His contributions often involve ensemble casting, bringing animated energy to interactive environments across platforms like consoles, PC, and mobile. In the Looney Tunes series, Bergen is best known for voicing Porky Pig, delivering the character's signature stutter and timid personality in action-oriented titles. Notable examples. Notable examples include Looney Tunes Back in Action 2003, a tie-in game to the feature film where Porky navigates puzzle platforming levels alongside other Warner Bros. Characters. He also voiced Porky, including an evil Porky variant in Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal 2007, a third-person shooter emphasizing comedic combat mechanics. Further roles include Porky in Looney Tunes Cartoon Conductor 2008, a rhythm-based game on Nintendo DS, and the mobile title Looney Tunes World of Mayhem 2017 ongoing, where his performance supports turn-based battles in an open-world setting. These appearances highlight Bergen's ability to adapt Porky's voice for dynamic gameplay, contributing to the franchise's enduring appeal in gaming. Bergen's portrayal of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars video games spans multiple entries, capturing the Jedi's resolute tone during pivotal galactic conflicts. He first voiced the character in Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader 2001 for Nintendo GameCube, narrating missions in a flight combat simulator. Subsequent roles include Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast 2002, where Skywalker provides guidance in first-person shooter sequences, and Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy 2003, featuring archival and new lines for training scenarios. He reprised the role in Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike 2003, Star Wars Battlefront 2 2005, and additional voices in the massively multiplayer online game Star Wars The Old Republic 2011. These performances, drawn from Bergen's earlier impressions, integrated seamlessly into interactive narratives, enhancing player immersion in the Star Wars saga. Beyond these Beyond these flagship roles, Bergen contributed additional voices to Disney and DreamWorks titles such as Flies and Bucky in The Emperor's New Groove 2000, Hex in Disney Universe 2011, and Baby Po in Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends 2015. He also provided ensemble voice work for the Skylanders series, including Skylanders Giants 2012 and Skylanders Trap Team 2014, supporting toy-based action-adventure gameplay. His anime dubbing experience, such as Arsène Lupin 3, has occasionally influenced versatile character interpretations in games, though primarily credits remain in Western animation adaptations. Other media. Bergen has voiced Porky Pig in numerous Looney Tunes shorts outside of full-length television episodes, notably in the HBO Max anthology series Looney Tunes Cartoons from 2020 to 2023, where he portrayed the character alongside additional roles like Cicero Pig and the Gremlin. He continued this work in the preschool-targeted Bugs Bunny Builders, providing Porky's voice for its short-form episodes starting in 2022 and ongoing as of 2025. Throughout the 1990s to the 2020s, Bergen has utilized his Porky Pig voice in commercials and promotional spots for major brands, including Nike, T-Mobile, and MCI, often pairing it with other Looney Tunes characters like Tweety for added appeal. These appearances have extended to network promos, such as those for Cartoon Network, highlighting Porky's stutter in humorous advertising contexts. In radio imaging and toy productions, Bergen has brought Looney Tunes characters to life in audio albums and interactive figures, voicing Porky Pig and Tweety on releases like Have Yourself a Looney Tunes Christmas 1991, Looney Tunes Country Western 1995, and Looney Tunes Sing Elvis 1999. His contributions include talking toys such as the Talking Tweety doll and Baby Bugs Bunny playset, as well as radio announcements for clients like Armed Forces Radio. Bergen's miscellaneous media work encompasses live stage shows at Six Flags theme parks, where he performed as Porky Pig and Tweety in interactive presentations, and uncredited voice cameos in short films like Shangri-La Cafe 2006 as a television announcer, with similar bits appearing in projects through 2025. Awards and nominations. Emmy Awards. Bob Bergen has received 5 Emmy Award nominations for his voice acting work in animated programming, all in categories recognizing outstanding performance, including 1 win as of November 2025. His first 2 nominations came in the Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Voiceover Performance, both for his portrayal of Porky Pig in the Looney Tunes show. In 2011, he was nominated for the episode Jailbird and Jail Bunny, highlighting his comedic timing and character authenticity in the series' blend of classic Looney Tunes humor with modern storytelling. Bergen earned another nod in 2013 for the episode We're in Big Truffle, further showcasing his vocal versatility and ensemble-driven animated adventures. Bergen transitioned to daytime Emmy recognition in 2019, nominated for Outstanding Performer in an Animated Program as Porky Pig in New Looney Tunes, also known as Wobbit, a Looney Tunes production where his performance contributed to the series' revival of classic character dynamics in short-form episodes. More recently, he has been honored in the Children's and Family Emmy Awards, which celebrate excellence in youth-oriented content. In 2023, Bergen won the Outstanding Voice Performance in a Children's or Young Teen Program for his work as Porky Pig in Looney Tunes cartoons, emphasizing his enduring impact on family-friendly animation. He followed this with a 2025 nomination in the same category for continued performances in Looney Tunes cartoons, specifically tied to episodes that revitalized Porky Pig's role in contemporary Looney Tunes shorts on Max, but did not win. These nominations underscore Bergen's consistent excellence in voicing the iconic stuttering pig across multiple Looney Tunes iterations. Other recognitions. In addition to his Emmy nominations, Bergen received recognition for his voice acting contributions through a nomination at the 32nd Annie Awards in 2004 for Outstanding Voice Acting in an Animated Television Production for his role as Porky Pig and eager young space cadet in Duck Dodgers. Bergen has been an active member of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences since 1994, where he has served on the Performers Peer Group Executive Committee, the Daytime Committee, the Executive Committee, and the Board of Governors, contributing to the organization's governance and peer review processes. In the fan community, Bergen has been celebrated as a guest of honor at events such as Anime St. Louis in 2012, where his work in animation and anime dubbing, including the role of No Face in Spirited Away, was highlighted. He continues to engage with fans at conventions worldwide, often participating in panels and voice demonstrations up to 2025. Robert Bergen, born March 8, 1964 in St. Louis, Missouri, is a prolific American voice actor with several voice roles in Western cartoons and a few in anime and video games. He has been the voice of Porky Pig, Tweety, and other Looney Tunes characters, as well as voicing Lupin III in Streamlin's dubs of The Castle of Cagliostro and The Mystery of Mamo, and Luke Skywalker in most of his non-film appearances, the Rogue Squadron series, Star Wars Battlefront, Robot Chicken, etc. He has also done creature sound effects in many feature films including Gremlins, Fright Night 1985, Army of Darkness, Dunstan Checks in Independence Day, and Total Recall 1990. He also did voice acting on SEAL Team. Bergen also has two connections to game shows. He was a contestant on Wheel of Fortune in 1980, and the host of Jep, a short-lived children's adaptation of Jeopardy that aired on GSN in 1997. Bob Bergen is a renowned American voice actor. Born on March 8, 1964, best known as the modern voice of Porky Pig in Looney Tunes for over 35 years. He is a three-time Emmy-nominated performer who has voiced numerous characters in animation, including Tweety Marvin the Martian and Speedy Gonzales. Key voice acting roles: Looney Tunes. Porky Pig, main voice since 1990, Tweety Marvin the Martian, Speedy Gonzales, Henry Hawk. Star Wars. Luke Skywalker in various video games, e.g. Shadows of the Empire, Battlefront 2 and Robot Chicken specials. Animation and anime. Bucky the Squirrel, The Emperor's New Groove, No Face, Spirited Away, and various roles in the streamlined dub of Lupin III. Other projects: voice of the Mogwai/Gremlins in Gremlins 1984, and various roles in Duck Dodgers. Bergen began his career as a child, inspired by Porky Pig to enter the voice acting industry. He has also worked as a host for the children's game show Jep.